Alright, so welcome back, guys, or welcome if this is your first time here. I'm Vision here with Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm going to be tackling a new topic in regards to my own opinions regarding Judith Grimes in Season 9 of The Walking Dead. So if The Walking Dead is something you're interested in, don't forget to subscribe down below and hit that bell icon. That way you don't miss any more Walking Dead content from me in the future. Now let's begin. So, I'm going to talk about this, and I know some fans are going to think it's premature to be making this assumption, given we only had one episode with Judith and a 1-minute scene at the end of episode 5, but in my opinion, I find Judith Grimes is the Carl Grimes we deserved. Now, I feel like people are going to say that's unfair. Like I said, we only had one episode with her. But I found her, within that one episode, a lot more convincing, a lot more charisma, and a lot better acting than Chandler Riggs ever had in his 9 years on The Walking Dead. Now, I know fans were mad about Carl, and they were upset. Personally, I didn't mind. Carl wasn't a character that I cared much about. And I feel like Chandler Riggs didn't take the show too seriously, nor did he take his acting seriously. And in my opinion, I know, again, this probably won't be a popular opinion, but I kind of feel like he deserved to be killed off. In my opinion, when I look at Carl Grimes or Chandler Riggs as a character and an actor, I feel like Chandler Riggs looked at it and said, I'm on this show, The Walking Dead, it made me popular. I don't need to improve my acting. I'm a big shot now. I don't need to do anything. I'll be good. I'm set for life. And anybody out there, I dare you, if you think he's a good actor, I'm going to have to strongly disagree. Go back and watch some of his scenes and tell me, and if he's, I mean, sure, maybe he does have some good scenes. I'm not saying he's all around a horrible actor, but I think there's need for improvement. I don't care if you've been in the acting business for 1 year, 10 years, 20 years, even if you're in the acting business like 50 years. I don't. There's always room for improvement, but I never saw him improve, and I never heard anything about him improving. Like, he's working there with all these big actors, Norman Reedus, Andrew Lincoln, all these big shot actors. He couldn't have learned anything from them, and I feel like he didn't. And in my opinion, I feel like, personally, I feel like that when it came to killing him off, it was down to they knew Andrew Lincoln was leaving the show, and they didn't have they didn't have a whole lot of faith in his acting ability to carry the show. And I know fans will say, "Oh, whatever," but I don't feel bad for Chandler Riggs. I know fans are mad and feel bad for the kid, but he got to play Rick Grimes' son, Carl. He got to play Carl Grimes for 8 years on the show. Any kid out there would have killed to do that. And what's the first thing that you hear come out? Is that his father goes on and badmouths Scott Gimple. Look, I'm not going to get into that right now. I actually like Scott Gimple. I know there's a lot of people that hate him. But I think that if you're supporting him and him doing that, then I think you need to reevaluate things. As the old saying goes, don't bite the hand that feeds you. You got to play Carl Grimes for 9 years on this show, and that's the first thing you do is badmouth the showrunner? No. Be thankful and be grateful that you were able to play Carl Grimes for 8 years on the show. I lost a lot of respect for Chandler Riggs after I heard that come out. You can go look for the interview. I think the tweet was taken down, or a Facebook post. But I lost a lot of respect for Chandler Riggs in that moment when I heard that, because that just really, don't bite the hand that feeds you. You got the role of a lifetime, kid, and you go out and badmouth the showrunner. No, I lost respect. You need your daddy to come on here and say, go after the showrunner? No, be grateful, be honored that you got to be on the show for this long. And I lost a lot of respect for Chandler Riggs. That just annoyed me so much that I don't even care anymore. I feel like he deserves, in my opinion, to have his career kind of tank. You don't bite the hand that feeds you. That's how I feel. You don't go after them. And look, I do somewhat hope he does do good in his career, but that just rubs me the wrong way. Again, I know I said it probably like so many times you don't want to hear me say it again, but don't bite the hand that feeds you. You don't do that. It just frustrates me. But moving on to the real thing regarding Judith Grimes. I love this character already within one episode. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her name because I'm probably going to butcher the actress's name, but I loved her. I found more charisma and more screen presence within this actress within one episode than I ever did with Chandler Riggs and Carl Grimes. And I loved it. Look, yes, I enjoy Carl on TV, yes, but I feel like I never was that engaged. I just like, oh, there's Carl. But with this, I am so engaged. There's so much that I love about this actress. I don't know. It's just I'm very much engaged when she's on screen. She's just got this presence. I don't know. There's just something about the actress that I don't know. I feel like I don't know if she's better experienced, has been doing this. I don't know. I know she's around the same age Chandler Riggs was when she started, but I don't know. There's something, I don't know. I feel like there's something different going on with this actress than Carl. I don't know. I feel like this actress has a lot more charisma, like I said. I don't know. Just like the line delivery and the look of the actress, like you can see Carl in her, you can see Lori in her. I don't know. They just hit the ball out of the ballpark perfectly with this casting, personally. And I just am so excited. I know, like I said, people probably aren't gonna agree with me on this, but I feel like this is what the show should have done. I know there's this big thing right now in the fan base talking about how the girls are taking over the show and how, I know there's this thing going on with society and media now where it has to be like the girls running the thing. But I don't see that. I think they made the right choice. And for anybody out there who's like worried that the women are taking over the show, just look at this. I did this personally because I wanted to check it out for myself. Is that even with Jesus gone now, we have 8 male series regular characters on the show, and I think it's 7 females. So if you're out there saying that the women are taking over the show, relook at this, because they're not. It's about equal. So I feel like anybody out there saying that, they need to kind of reevaluate things and are trying to nitpick at stuff. Look, I don't want them to like make it all the women, but I'm not one of those people that are like saying that they need to. I think that they need to do it. If it does happen, that's fine, but make it gradually. But moving back to Judith again, I am just so excited. I think they did the right thing. I know I was a little apprehensive about the 6-year time jump, and I'm a little nervous about them doing a backstory regarding Michonne and one whole episode. But I am still very excited. I think making Judith the legacy character was perfect. Again, so much charisma, so much screen presence, and even what they're doing of her, I think, is good. Like with her. Even with some of the things they're doing with her story, I love it. Like her forgetting the Carl and Rick's voices. I think there's so much possibilities as well. Like, I feel like this is a character where the Sweet Queen, they could do whatever they want. They have no comic material that they need to follow with her. There's so much potential. I know some fans like it when they follow the comics more, but I love it more when they take the show and make it their own thing. Yes, is the show adapting the comics, but they should make the show and the comics their own medium. They should be able to take the show and throw in some original plot lines and throw in original characters. I know fans don't like that, but it keeps the show fresh and new and in a way unable to be predictable, because people, like, when you look at the comics, you can say, okay, I know this is coming because the comic said it's predictable. But when they throw these monkey wrenches in, like killing off Carl, killing off Andrea, yes, were they big characters, but it makes the show a lot, in my opinion, a lot more fun and interesting, because you're not following the formula. You're making it its own medium. Yes, should they follow the comics and hit the main plot points? Yes. But you can throw in some original storylines, throw in a couple monkey wrenches in there that throw you off, and it can still be just as fun as the comics. I know fans don't like that, but it's fun. Like, I feel like if you don't want an original story like in the show, then why are you watching the show? Yes, they're adapting the comics, but they can also throw in some original material. That way, it's not so predictable. I got into a fight recently with someone on like an online forum because they were so mad that they go off the rails half the time. And I'm like, but it keeps the show so interesting and predictable. I love it when they do that. I think it's just, I don't know. I don't understand it. Like, yes, should they be adapting the show? But look at like the MCU. Half the times these movies, yes, are they adapted from storylines, but they don't always hit the same things. They don't always do the same storylines or plot beats. They can make it their own thing, and yet look how much money each one brings in each year. I think the Walking Dead, yes, it's falling off with ratings, but it's still doing strong and it's doing well. And I think throwing in these monkey wrenches and making some changes is always good. And I'm just very excited to see what they do with Judith. Going back to the main point again, I'm just very excited to see what they do with her because I think she is a very interesting and unique character. Again, I know fans are probably not going to agree with me, but I think that she is the Carl Grimes we deserved. A lot of the things that they do with her remind me of some of the things of Carl. I don't know, even the actress, I don't know, even though it's a girl playing her, she reminds me of Carl. Like, I don't know, there's something about her that I just find a lot more interesting and a lot more intriguing than Carl ever was on the show. And that's not saying I don't like Carl, but I just didn't find him as interesting as I do Judith. Maybe it's because of the time jump. Maybe it's because of the actress's charisma. But there's just something going on here that I just find a lot more intriguing than I ever did with Carl. And again, I did like Carl. I've said that now. But I feel like Chandler Riggs is something that I just have bad taste in my mouth. But leave your thoughts and opinions on Judith. Do you think this is a good idea? How do you feel about this? Do you think she's the Carl we deserved? Or are you just taking her as Judith Grimes? Personally, I think she's the Carl we deserved and should have gotten. I liked some of the things they did with Carl, but it just, I don't know, the actor's charisma and acting talent just never gelled right with me. Like I said, I just feel like he felt like the spoiled kid that like got on the show and didn't have to do anything because he's made famous by this TV show. But again, I still like the kid. I still have a little bad taste in my mouth due to what his dad did. I think that was wrong. But I think that Judith Grimes is the Carl we deserved, and we're on the right track in my opinion. The first half of season 9 was great, and I can't wait to see what they do with Judith in the second half. Definitely on the right track, and I think she was the perfect legacy character to have on the show. I know some fans are saying they could have used Carl in certain areas, but personally, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with Carl not being there. Again, like I said, he just never fit right with me. It's kind of like Rick. Do I miss Rick being on the show? Yes, but it's not like he was like my favorite character. Same with Carl. I still like them, but it's just not like they're my favorite. Oh my god, I love them characters. But right now, Judith is one of those characters where I'm just so excited to see what they do with her moving forward into the second half of season 9. So yeah, guys, those are my quick thoughts and opinions regarding Judith Grimes, kind of taking over as the replacement for Carl Grimes, and some of my opinions regarding Chandler Riggs playing Carl. Just remember, these are just my opinions. Let me know how you feel in the comment section down below, and let's have a nice lively discussion in the comment section down below. And as always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share, and don't forget to subscribe down below and hit that bell icon. That way you don't miss any more Walking Dead content from me in the future. This has been Vision here with Blind Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.